Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Live Beyond Boundaries, Unlock Your Energy. I am your host, Nadira, and today we are venturing into an unseen territory, a domain that's both mysterious and familiar. Get ready, because we're diving deep into the world of intuition. In this bustling world of ours, filled with noise and haste, there's a voice within us, often drowned out. This voice, this subtle whisper, doesn't shout or argue, but gently guides, nudges, and sometimes saves us from making unwise decisions. It's an integral part of our consciousness, a beacon in the fog of uncertainty, and today we're turning the volume up on this voice. Intuition, our inner compass, is more than just a gut feeling. It's our subconscious mind navigating us through life's complexities, the silent conversation between your soul and the universe. But how do we listen to it? How do we trust it? How can we strengthen this magical instinctive power? Well, in today's episode, we'll demystify this language, the secret language of our soul, drawing from the latest research, ancient wisdom, and transformative practices. So, sit back, relax, or continue with your chores while we journey together into the understanding of intuition. Let's awaken our inner voice and learn how to dance to its tune, shall we? Let's address a question I often get from beginners. What exactly is intuition? Imagine you're about to cross a quiet street. Suddenly, you get this uneasy feeling telling you to stop. You pause, and out of nowhere, a car speeds by. That is your intuition, protecting you from an unseen danger. Research tells us that intuition is our mind's ability to understand something instinctively without conscious reasoning. It's a real psychological process where our brains use past experiences and environmental cues to make a decision, often unconsciously. A background app running on your smartphone, silently working, guiding you in the right direction. Now, let's dive into the origins of intuition. Where does it come from? One of the leading theories in the field suggests that our intuition is a product of faster, unconscious mental processes. Think of it like an ultra-efficient librarian in the library of your mind. This librarian quickly scans through the books, or in this case, your past experiences, to provide you with the information you need, just when you need it. But there's more. Ancient texts and wisdom traditions often speak of intuition as a divine force or inner guide. It's as if we each have an internal compass attuned to some greater cosmic map. This intuitive compass guides us, not just in our day-to-day decisions, but in navigating the deeper waters of our life's journey. The beauty of intuition lies in its universal ability. It's not a special gift bestowed upon a lucky few. It's accessible to each of us, just as we all have muscles. Some choose to exercise and strengthen them. We all have intuition, waiting to be acknowledged and developed. So, dear listeners, know this. Your intuition is not some mystical, unreachable power. It's a tangible, practical tool within you. It's your secret ally, your silent partner, and it's waiting for you to recognize and embrace it. We'll dive into the treasure trove of ancient wisdom about intuition and understand the pivotal role intuition plays in decision making. Let's picture ancient wisdom as a grand tapestry woven with threads of intuition. Whether we talk about the Buddhist concept of prajna, the Christian idea of inner light, intuition has been revered as a sacred guide by wisdom traditions across the world. One of my favorite stories comes from ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi. She gave guidance and prophecies believed to be channeled from the god Apollo. Her wisdom was often cryptic and open to interpretation, much like our intuition. We may not always understand the why and how, but with trust, the message guides us in the right direction. So, how does this ancient understanding of intuition align with our modern worldview? Interestingly, the latest research backs up this timeless wisdom. Our intuition, that inner guidance system, is like a bridge between our conscious and unconscious minds, our personal experiences, and the universal consciousness. So let's dive into how intuition guides us in decision making. Imagine you're at a crossroads. Two paths lay before you, both leading to unseen destinations. One path looks perfectly fine, yet something within you pulls you towards the other. This something is your intuition. One famous psychologist, Daniel Kahneman, in his dual process proposes we have two systems of thinking. System 1, an intuitive, automatic process, and System 2, a slow, deliberate, analytical process. Intuition belongs to System 1, plays a crucial role when we have to make quick decisions or when we face complex situations where analysis alone may not be enough. It's like being a chef in the kitchen of life. Sometimes you follow the recipe to the letter, measuring each ingredient carefully. That's your analytical mind at work. But at other times, you add a pinch of this and a dash of that, not because a book tells you to, but because it just feels right. That's your intuition. So to all our spiritual practitioners out there, remember, intuition isn't an adversary to logic or reason. It's a dance partner, helping to create a balanced duet of decision making. Now that we understand what intuition is and its role in decision making, let's explore how to recognize it, how to develop and strengthen it, and how to trust it. Recognizing intuition is like learning to identify a friend's voice in a crowded room. Your intuition often communicates through a physical sensation or a sudden insight. Perhaps it's a shiver down your spine, a sense of unease in your stomach, or an inexplainable certainty in your heart. This is your intuition reaching out to you, much like a lighthouse guiding a ship through a foggy night. A study by Wickelman Bridges suggests that our bodies physically react when our intuition is activated. So next time you have to make a decision, pay attention to what your body is telling you. If intuition is a muscle, then we must work it out regularly. You wouldn't run a marathon without training, right? So similarly, developing intuition requires practice. In our meditation episode, we explored how mindfulness meditation helps bring us into the present moment. This is where intuition lives. Thus, this practice enhances intuitive abilities. Imagine your intuition as a radio broadcast. The noise of our hectic lives often drowns it out, like static on the radio. Practices such as mindfulness, self-reflection, creative activities, and time in nature acts as a tuning knob, helping us to clear the static and receive the broadcast loud and clear. Trusting your intuition is like a friendship. Over time, as we get to know our intuition, as we see how it guides us again and again, we begin to trust it. We learn that it's here to help us navigate the intricate maze of life. As the research by Sadler Smith suggests, individuals who trust their intuition make faster and more confident decisions. For our advanced listeners, here's a simple exercise. Each day, make a few minor decisions solely based on your intuition. It could be choosing a path for your morning walk or selecting a book to read. Note these decisions and observe the outcome. This practice helps to build that trust and connection with your intuition. As we enter the final segment of our journey, we tune our attention to the importance of self-care in nurturing our intuition and addressing common pitfalls and understandings about intuition. Consider your intuition as a beautiful garden within you. Just as a garden requires care, watering, sunlight, and pruning, your intuition too requires nourishment. This nourishment is self-care. When we're well rested, nourished, and in balance, our intuition is sharper, clearer. Practices such as proper sleep, good nutrition, regular exercise, and mindfulness help keep our intuitive senses alive and vibrant. Remember, Our intuition is like a gentle breeze. If we're caught in the hurricane of stress, it's unlikely we'll notice it. However, when we create a serene inner atmosphere through self-care, we're more likely to perceive the whispering of our intuition. There's a couple of common pitfalls and misunderstandings about intuition that I would like to address. One common misconception is that intuition is infallible, that it's always right. While intuition is a powerful guide, it's not an oracle. It's influenced by our past experiences, biases, and subconscious patterns. Consider your intuition as a seasoned guide leading you through an unknown city. It has a good sense of direction, but that doesn't mean it won't sometimes miss a sign or miss a turn. It's part of the journey. Another is to see intuition and logic as enemies. They're not. They are allies. Two sides of the same coin. Where intuition excels in speed and ease, logic excels in analysis and detail. Marrying the two is the key to a balanced decision. For our advanced listeners, my suggestion is this. Recognize the pitfalls, but don't let them dissuade you. Continue to explore, deepening, and trust your intuitive abilities. Understand that it's not a smooth, linear path, but rather a spiraling journey of growth and discovery. And that really brings us to the end of our intuition voyage. We've sailed the seas of understanding intuition, learned to navigate with ancient wisdom, and armed ourselves with the tools to recognize, develop, and trust our intuition. Remember, intuition is your inner compass guiding you towards your true north. It's the whispering wind within, always ready to guide you if you're willing to listen. Don't forget to practice the wisdom we've shared today. And remember, you can transcend your limitations. Remember, the journey is as beautiful as the destination. Keep exploring, keep growing, and continue to live beyond boundaries.